Initiating System 1. System 1 loaded.
The GoreCast is brought to you by American Horrors, the greatest uncut horror channel in the world. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all horror. As well as the Station of Decapitation Without Your Head.
America's longest running horror channel, www.withoutyourhead.com.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
It'd just be us sitting in front of cameras with nothing happening.
Oh no, stuff could happen all right. Stuff would happen all right. It's just it wouldn't have any of the things that make it a show. It'd just be the three of us on camera talking.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Shit. Didn't even think about that. Yeah. But I mean, like, we still got behind the scenes other GoreCast stuff done, so
A lot of filming done. Oh.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Bill.
happy birthday, man.
Oh wow.
Don't worry.
I don't know.
With any luck, I'll be able to play a birthday game of BattleTech or Transformers tomorrow at some point, hopefully.
I will just say happy birthday. That's all I got.
It's all right. If things work, you'll be able to watch them in the Discord stream. You could
Sure.
find it funny.
Sure. Let's just say I might stop it.
I'm down to watch you guys play some BattleTech. You talk a lot
Yes.
about it. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Yes. See, there you go.
No, dude,
I make
just-
myself look like double the asshole. That's okay.
no. Like, just
One would imagine. So is he like running around in like PUBG or something with us in one ear and a game in the other? Because if so, duck and cover, hide. It's on your 6. They're coming in high. Watch out. There's
Oh,
a
that's a
marker over
dick
there.
move.
Over where? Over here.
Okay. I'm not much of an asshole anymore. He is now.
Yeah, but I'm an entertaining one.
Oh.
oh shit.
Who we busting? Who we busting? It's not that kind of game, bunny. Want to bet? Did it. I'm not gonna lie.
Seeing everybody run through a room.
I listened in for a bit when you were playing PUBG, and when you started talking about proton packs, I was just like, I thought they were playing. Wait, hang on, what game are they playing? And you're like, yeah, proton pack is a level blah 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 backpack. What's it contain? Ghosts. No, but I thought it was hilarious to say at the time. I wasn't even playing the game. I was just like, it contains ghosts. Gives you know nothing. Eh. Oh, okay. I think Bill is trying to multitask.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes, but Bill's computer has issues playing BattleTech sometimes, so.
So bad.
Like,
so bad.
I don't know. I think that could be better categorized for other Japanese movies we've seen. If I can, it's definitely something that I wish you had seen, since the main character is a cinematographer of kinds who goes on a journey of self-discovery over the course of the movie.
It's Johnny the movie.
Slowly goes on a journey of self-discovery.
Minus the.
That's what I mean.
That's fun. The really real world. It's the realest of worlds. That was a show on MTV. I think it's just the real world. He was. That's where he got his.
Yep.
He called himself the Miz there too, I believe.
Because every time he got drunk on the show, he would like become his wrestling persona, the Miz.
And I think he was on Tough Enough at some point too. So he was just an MTV reality whore.
And still kind of is, because he does reality show on the side of wrestling. So.
Oh, that's not reality. Ms. and Mrs. Oh, that's true.
Right.
That's true.
Action, reality.
How do they get more than one episode out of that? Because that's all the premises of the show. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that is kind of funny how each season starts with, I'm pregnant again. Whoops-a-daisies. Yeah.
Do you think when they release
walked into the room, he's like, whoops, my finger slipped.
Do you think when they release on like DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, it won't be season 1 or season 2, it'll just be the name of each child for that season?
Right.
The Monroe season. Okay.
Oh, that was my favorite season 2, one. Just cool.
Monroe. What am I getting congratulated for?
Ms. and Mrs.
Yeah.
Why is Rochi congratulating me? What did I do?
I don't know. Just go with it before you find out.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Now you're going to find out what it was for her, and you're going to regret it.
Yeah.
It's usually the way these things work.
It says Johnny is muted. Is that why I'm being congratulated?
Oh, I don't know.
That's what it says.
Did you accidentally mute yourself?
Yeah, thanks for telling us now, because you've been talking for a while.
Yeah. Unless, of course, Rochi is referring to something else and he's muted you and like, are you opening Discord as well or something?
Yeah, it says Johnny is definitely muted.
Huh.
Well, welcome to the GoreCast, everybody.
Okay, well, I guess you missed the synopsis for a bunch of the films, and you're wondering what our responses were about.
Wow, that was.
Well, nay.
Wow.
You unplugged it. Yeah. You left it up there,
Guess
didn't
where
you?
it is.
You need to go up again. Okay, I'll explain to the audience because they can only hear one part of this
Oh,
conversation.
that is funny.
Let's take a tight 5.
For those of you who can't hear Johnny, which is everybody else,
Everybody.
it seems the lead that Johnny needs to actually connect his mic to the computer so that everyone can hear you, not just us, is upstairs because we were filming earlier and he forgot it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Welcome to the show. We're going to be going over 3 interesting films this evening. Exorcist Vengeance, wherein Robert Bronzi, the one and only doppelganger of the one and only Charles Bronson, is playing the part of a priest who is called in to sort out a family who is in a bit of a pickle, bit of a situation that they have going on. So he goes in, and yeah, so that's that one. We'll be getting to that in a little bit. We've also got Mimicry Cries, which Johnny summed up by calling it, what was it? If you were to watch a Japanese movie while taking acid and then make a movie of that experience. Personally, I don't think that's exactly correct for this particular one.
I don't know.
Or other films, but I can see where he's going with it. And I covered my dead ones. I covered my dead ones since Johnny was up the walls filming and editing and, well, basically unable to get the film watched himself, which, as I said, was a bit of a shame because I gave the brief synopsis. So yeah, I think that's pretty much
It would have been
Got
great
everything?
as if Rochi didn't jump in and we just did the whole show with
Oh,
no
I'm so glad because he's like, sorry, was multitasking and just noticed. Because we were just sitting here, fat, dumb, and happy, talking away.
Yeah, but I imagine Bill probably turned us off so that he could concentrate on PUBG, so he didn't notice
Right.
either.
Kind of looks over. Yeah, they're still talking. Okay, they're still doing the show. I'll check later.
I'd know who else is in. Oh, just us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have known. Okay. So you're going to see a blank
prepare for-
camera because, or Johnny
Oh.
Crotch, one of the two.
One or the other. We're not sure which, to be honest.
Right.
Surprise!
There's going to be some weird technical issues for a second.
Yes!
Oh, they've been saved. We haven't. Right, I get it. Yes, I see now.
Pam says that is the quietest you've ever been. I say we wouldn't have known because we could hear them.
Right.
Yeah, we didn't have a clue.
I would have went back to put it on Spotify, and I'm like,
It's an awful lot of quiet at the start of the show.
Johnny.
Why can I only hear one half of what is clearly a multiple person conversation?
So how's everybody doing? Chizapes. We got Rochi, we got Pam, we got Michael Carter.
Do you remember how at the start we were told that we might need to kind of just, stretch out that opening a little bit? I think we've accomplished that.
We went to our we expanded more than we already thought we were going to. Rob.
I love how he tells us, hey, we may have to drag our feet at the opening. Dude, we always do. Not even
Sure, this
trying.
happens.
We just sidetrack a lot.
Test. There we go.
There's that. There's that buttery voice.
What's up, GoreCasters? Welcome back
It's
to the
okay,
GoreCast. 20 minutes
okay,
into
I've
the
done-
show.
Take two.
It's okay. I've done the intro. We're good. I covered the films. People have gotten a brief idea. I even said some of the lines you used.
Yeah, he sounded very professional.
Yeah. I don't think he heard a word I just said.
Pam just went, that's the quietest I've ever seen him.
He didn't hear anything we were saying for the last 5 minutes.
All right.
No, why?
Because I was saying that we redid the intro. I even used some of the words that you used in the description of the films.
Like
We're all
cunt?
good. No,
Okay, surprisingly,
No.
he did not use that word.
I was being good.
Very professional.
No.
I'm sure I'll use those words later on.
Right, what movie?
I might even
What
use-
movie will we do first?
I don't mind. You said you wanted to start off with one of the non-English movies, so
Yes, we'll do an English movie sandwich.
Okay. Well, if we can start off with my dead ones, we can end with like a cool ass with like freaks.
Yeah, because fucking hell, that movie's trippy.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
I was a big fan. Me likey.
So start off with my dead ones then.
We will start off with
Yeah.
my dead ones.
All right. So my dead ones covers this boy named David. I'd say what, college?
Definitely.
See,
He's coming
Okay.
up on his 21st birthday.
Oh, see, I missed the actual age stamp, so
Yeah.
I just wasn't quite sure if it was college, high school. But we're following this boy David, and he likes to watch people and record them. He knows that the best way to do this is to always kind of stay invisible, stay out of their spot, and just record the world doing what it does, whatever the case may be. Which kind of fits David's lifestyle because he's not very interactive with people. He's got like a friend that he interacts with. He's just very kind of shut off from interacting and people, you know.
He's not an introvert,
Huh?
but he's also not exactly going out there kind of going, hey, I want to be everyone's
Right.
friend.
No. Exactly. He just kind of is like a natural kind of like, he prefers to step back and just watch instead of interact. Excuse me. Eventually he meets a friend,
Jonathan.
From school, and they decide they're going to do a project together. He starts spending more time with Jonathan, and through their interaction, he comes up with a really interesting video project.
That sounds like a
certainly
Jonathan
one way
thing
of-
to do.
Certainly one way of putting it.
Right. Like, I'm not trying to give a bunch of stuff away, but through the course of it, he comes up with a very interesting video project. This one's kind of a hard one to do because it's like there's so much things that kind of interweave.
Yeah,
Through the
it's
story.
difficult.
But his film project takes him through the course of a few people's lives and finds that he's got connections with them and what have you. And it takes him on a very
complicated.
discovering journey, self-discovering,
Yeah,
realization that these people are important to him. And he just really has to connect with them.
yeah. I think I don't think they properly explain it, but I think the notion is that after being like when he moves to this area, I think he deliberately, subconsciously, whatever, moved to
I
that
took
particular
it as a
place
subconscious, right?
because of who his first encounter was with. And I think from there, it's like him remembering stuff from his own past as he's going
He,
through
like-
these people.
He shut off a part of his life that slowly starts to reemerge, and he
Right. It like kind
Either
of creeps.
remembers or just opens like
Right. Like it just kind of slowly starts to seep back into his present. And he realizes that he has to be and interact with these individuals. And he
then
wants
because
to film
of-
this whole project while doing so.
I can say that without being any spoiler warnings, there is cake. There's cake involved.
They apparently love the fuck out of that character.
I liked that part, the cake part.
Yeah, but we had a reason for it by the end of the film. You kind of realize that all these things that are in David's life that happen as a result of these interactions with these people, they all harken back and they're all keystones to this stuff that he's remembering. And as that story unravels, you find out why David is the way he is, why he's doing the things he's doing, and more importantly, just exactly how fracked up his brain is and
Right.
how well put together his activities are, shall we say? Because
Right.
Very
there's
interesting.
stuff like
Now,
like
about
it's-
this cake. What sort of cake was it?
yeah,
We're
some
talking
kind of
about
funnel
like a
cake, I think.
bun cake, with the little
Yeah.
hole in the
Yeah.
center.
Some chocolate frosting, I think.
Oh,
Dude, they
something like that.
smother.
man, you
they
can't beat a
smother it
classic
with
bun
chocolate.
cake.
No, you can't.
It's
They just that
my problem
lady
was-
frosted that bitch up, and I was like,
But-
yes.
My problem was she called it a carrot cake and then like smothered it with like chocolate. It looked like
Chocolate
That's not what-
covered carrot cake.
that's not what you put on carrot cake.
I don't know.
that's kind of
Right.
what I called. Like I was like, ugh. I was like, that looked.
That
pretty good,
icing's the wrong
smothered,
color.
but-
Anyway, getting back to the meat and bones of the film, haha, as opposed to dessert.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
I will
So-
say, like, the story does a good job of like having this character in such two different worlds, but they move together so well, if that makes sense. Like, because like you said, it's kind of a slow bleed in. You don't really know, or he doesn't really know why he's doing it, but he does it so smoothly.
And there's the further interactions with those people. Then, just the way that his mind kind of perceives things and works through it, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
One thing I liked is how he would use certain things that certain people would say, like he was doing something, and then like he would have an interaction with the next person, and he would say that like there was the thing about it's not really like a spoiler thing, but like the thing with the tea. That lady's like, where she's like making the tea, and then he does that. Like he kind of did that a couple of times, where it was like things that I don't know if it was his delusions or whatever was going on. He brought that into his real life when he was interacting with other characters.
And again, like that's kind of that part where it's smooth. He never like kind of like shook about it. He never like it was just a conversation that he had. It's like, oh, Grandma says this is what you do. Like that was just a part of his everyday life now. Suddenly, you know, even though it wasn't say yesterday. Now
it's like
it's like every day. Yeah.
And then there was another line that I think.
I was still watching the end of this film when we began the call, so the lads actually saw my reaction to something, because one of the things that I enjoyed about it is that the end of the movie does do a lot in the way of revealing not just the revelations that David himself has come to, but also revelations in regards as the viewer, and once again getting to how he went about doing some of this stuff. And I'd spotted something earlier in the film, and I was kind of like, oh, I wonder, are they going to do this? Oh, they have to, because they're kind of... And then not only did they do that, but it showed 2 or 3 other things that, even as the viewer, you're completely unaware of, that David had done in order to further, this project that he's doing, and to further his gains from it. And just really well put together.
Say, like, the ending, like, I kind of knew where it was going with, like, obviously we're not going to get into it, but like, I kind of knew where it was going, but then, man, it's hard to. I don't like.
You get a nice swerve at the end of it.
I want to talk, but I can't say. Yeah, you kind of get a swerve because it's like something's happening. He's having this interaction with a person at the very end of the movie, and she's like, "I know who you are, but it's like I can't do anything about it." Almost.
Yeah.
And you're just like, "Wait, what?" And then I don't know.
But once again,
like I don't know. I can't say a whole lot because it would ruin it.
Yeah, it goes to how, like we said, that final bit where it shows, like you said, there's 1 or 2 things that as the viewer you might have spotted, but then there's all this other stuff that we're deliberately kept in the dark about. And it goes to when you're thinking how intelligent this film is, and the fact that you do see that character Buzz is talking about interacting with other people earlier, and you know why they are. So you have to imagine that they're seeing all this stuff, and they mention certain things, and that character is just standing there going, I know all this stuff, but there's what I know, and then there's the truth of things, and
there's just a few parts where it's like you don't know what's reality and what's possibly in his head.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, the part that tripped me up the most while watching it. Because I'm like, okay, is this interaction happening here, or is it happening here? And it's like that's the only issue. And that's not really an issue. It's just not having the clarity myself. Like I'm sure
I would say that's actually a deliberate thing, just because if they're the scenes that I imagine you're thinking of, the character himself is in a certain frame of mind at that time, and then it's only after those scenes that once again we get another revelation. So as a result, you will be kind of going, wait, so that means, and I think that's kind of the cast.
That's kind of how I was. Like,
welcome to the chat, Trev. How are you?
And it's like I kind of know, like I said, I kind of knew what was going on, but then something is introduced, or like, okay, wait a second.
I kind of felt like
how's this person here?
I think that's a deliberate cascading effect, so to once again tie into the main character's mindset, and as that develops over the course of the film, and as he goes through things himself.
I think, and I don't know about the rest of you, like, part of me was kind of bored because there's so much dialogue that goes on, and it tends to move a little bit slow. But what I liked was, because we were just talking about this whole, like, keeping everybody in the dark, I felt like we were keeping pace with the main character. Because, like, as he's having all of these revelations, we are getting that same revelation.
Yeah.
We're not getting,
Yeah.
like, we don't know 5 steps ahead, like, oh, well, you know, this bad guy already did this in the last scene. Like, we're picking all of this up as the main character goes and almost playing along in that role with them.
Yeah.
So I kind of liked not knowing what was going on, but knowing, if that makes sense.
I feel that from a storytelling point of view, that was essentially the point, because of him saying at the very beginning that he's an observer. We are always going to be observers of these stories, so it's far easier for the audience, for the viewer, to be able to put themselves into the central character's mindset and to then be tripped up by that mindset, like Buzz was, because that is the intention. Because even the main character is being tripped up by this stuff. Also, hello, Trevor.
There's a certain level of disdain in your voice when you said that for some reason.
Oh, no, sorry. I'd seen a big, long thing, and I'm not going to lie. Whenever I see Trevor in a big, long thing, I'm half expecting an insult directed my way.
Oh, no. He's multitasking. He was just telling me, he's like, hey, I'm working on the middle show, watching you guys. Nothing major.
Cheap plug.
Yeah.
Welcome to...
I was like, nice.
To, double task.
There was a bit of a Seinfeld Newman vibe to it, the way you were like, hello, Trevor.
Right.
Well, we have a very interesting professional relationship whereby we both try to kill each other every now and then.
Yes.
Hmm.
That seems to be most of your professional relationships.
I was going to say.
But, like, why I did like this one was a lot of movies try to keep you in a role of observer.
Yeah.
But they also show you, like, what's going on behind this door, that the main character does not see. Here, they actually kept both parties observing the whole time. You know, when David was like, oh my God, you were like, holy crap. It was nice to actually see something so well written to, like, have those little surprises when they pop up and stuff.
Yeah. There's also obviously it's worth mentioning that this film has an alternate title called David Has a Secret, and I feel part of that might allude to the fact that we never know for certain if David is homosexual or bisexual, because we do get that vibe at times that he's into chicks, but there is clearly a thing whereby he is into guys. That's a definite part of the storyline, and I feel that also works in well in the overall narrative, because by the end of it, you understand the reason that he was drawn to this person, and it's part of those final revelations. And it, not in the same way, but it would explain certain emotions and certain feelings that he would have had in regards that I don't want to use the word attraction, but it's the best thing that I can use under the circumstances in context of the end of it. Yeah, well, like I said, attraction. In the initial ones, we think it's A, and then by the end of it, we realize, oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Will we start rolling into a trailer, or?
Yeah, trailer.
Is there more you want to discuss before?
I don't know. I thought Buzz might have had something to say, but apart from
that's why I stopped after I said it, because I was like, oh, he was.
I just like kind of seeing his slow progression into crazy.
Dude, the kid was a good actor, like they all were.
That he did a fantastic job.
You start the film off, and you think, like, he kind of, like Carter said, he's kind of like that.
There was
recluse, not really, and then he just kind of like, whoa.
There was one scene. There was one scene at the start of it where
hey Joseph, welcome to the Chisnets.
Hello. Where he has the interaction with your man, and it's just. Dude. I'm not going to lie, man. I just sat there and went, yes.
Because, dude, I thought that boy was going to get fucking hurt right then and there.
Are you talking about the beginning?
Yeah, the very beginning where the teacher stepped in. Like, that boy would not have made it through the rest of the film.
And the teacher like me and I'm angry.
But that scene right there, it was just like, oh, this is going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
And it was.
Right, okay. It's fun. And it was. So I think we're going to let you guys experience the trailer properly. I'll have a poll up while the trailer's going on. You can give us some votes as to what you think of the trailer, and are you interested in seeing the movie post review? We'll catch you after this.
É engraçado, você me lembra muito uma pessoa. Vocês têm os mesmos olhos.
Qual que era o nome dele?
Você sempre faz isso?
O quê?
Filmar as pessoas.
Eu sou o Davi, seu vizinho. Eu posso entrar? Vai ficar tudo bem.
Você tem que reencontrá-los.
Como?
Você sabe como.
One. And we are back. That was the trailer for My Dead Ones. So as I said, I didn't get to see this due to the fact that real life work obligations and just life fucking me up the ass in general. But so I'm going to just stay out of this vote. So, Gizzles, what are you thinking?
I'm not gonna lie. And Carter will tell you, we were watching the trailer back there, and another piece of the puzzle dropped for me. That all of a sudden went from this is a very good movie to this is a very good, very intelligent movie, and this is why I'm gonna give this a 4.
Okay,
same.
You know, it's definitely if you're into your mystery slow, it is slow, and that's the downside of it.
Yeah,
but apart from that,
that's where my part was. I was like, I really dug everything, but it was slow. But then you picked out that last bit while we were watching the trailer, and now I have to go like that's a 4 because that's fucking good.
Yeah,
I go 3. It was a good story. It was actually really well acted, really well shot.
that is
It's just
3.66666666. So we'll round it up to we'll leave it at 3.6. So yeah, 3.6 GoreCast for My Dead Ones.
Yeah, very, as Buzz was saying, very well shot. Sounds awesome. Story's very good.
Oh, yeah.
It is a slow burn, but it is it's a.
Well, the thing is,
I don't mind
a slow burn when it's justified.
Yeah, this is.
and I had nothing wrong with it being a slow burn.
Right.
Like
I
it's just
just get antsy.
some of the stuff just kind of like I don't want to say like, and you said a lot of this is kind of like how it was shot.
Yeah.
Or what it was meant to be.
Yeah, I feel.
And I don't know.
I feel the bit of confusion in regards to certain scenes is deliberate, but I can see why I can see how that would put you off from watching it.
Like sometimes I just like it up in a nice little boat.
Right.
Yeah, and you know me, like I get
don't know if I got
antsy.
that.
I get antsy as things kind of slow down. So
right. So yeah, go on.
No,
No, you go ahead. You go on.
I was gonna say one of these movies on the list does not have that issue with Carter.
No.
There was no
eyeballs were freaking glued, man. Carter
We'll
was
get to that later.
Go lucky individual.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later.
That's why I stopped because I was like, oh, that's not the next one. That's why I stopped.
Okay, Cat, you gotta share.
Oh, that's not how you spell vengeance, Johnny. Right, next movie up is okay. So this is a funny one. So it's got a guy. Sorry, just to clarify, it's not a comedic movie. I mean, it's a funny.
No,
it's a weird experience because it's good, but also not all at the same time. Would be the best way of describing it. But one of the awesome things about this is it's got this dude called Robert Bronzi in it, who you've seen myself and Giz review several different movies involving him over the years, who his entire modus operandi revolves around the fact that he bears a remarkably Eastern European resemblance to one famous Charles Bronson. And that has basically been whatever kind of cool Bronson-style-y B movie is out there.
Right.
Charles Bronzi's in it. As the one and only Charles Bronson.
But,
No,
I mean,
Robert
what else
Bronzi's
can
in
you
it
do-
as the one and only Charles Bronson. But not as Charles
What
Bronson.
else
He's in it as Robert
What else
Bronzi.
do you do in life when you look this similar to a known action star?
Like, Giz and I at one stage were like, he had to get surgery or something to make that happen. Like, it's so fucking...
As soon as you said that, when you messaged me when I was getting ready to watch it, you said, like, this guy looks like him. I'm like, oh, okay. And I started up like, yes, he does.
Yeah, I mean, like,
then again,
that is a correct statement.
Then again, it is a fact of life that like doppelgangers, duplicates, whatever they exist. It happens, and not just in families. I mean, my uncle I saw pictures of my grandfather before, and I had to do a double take because I was fully convinced it was my uncle. Just he was legitimately, but other people, like, it's reported in history that you have cases of just not just lookalikes, but dead fucking.
Right.
If they were standing next to each other, you'd swear they were twins. Hey, Tristan.
But I know. But like I said, though, when you look that much like Charles Bronson, what else is there to fucking do in life?
Be a Charles Bronson.
Fuck right.
And he is a Charles Bronson. He is the B horror movie version of Charles Bronson.
Well, he's the B movie. He's the B movie version of Charles Bronson. It's not all horror movies.
Yeah, true.
There's some of them that are just straight up Charles Bronson movies.
Right, I was gonna say, because like the first few films I saw him in were like just straight up action, Death Wish kind of stuff.
Yeah. There was like
kind of
Death, Silent Death, or
close to They even tried to kind of keep it close to that.
Death Kiss. Aspect. Sorry, that's it. Sorry, I have the name up here. Death Kiss. That's it. Yeah. Right, I'm going to pull up the IMDb page here just so I have the.
So like even
names.
the marketing team was like, we want to change the name of your movie just because.
Exorcist Vengeance. Exorcist 2 is better than Exorcist 2 anyway. I'll give you credit there. Exorcist Vengeance, you're definitely better than Exorcist 2. Crock of shit.
That's not very hard to do either.
It's not. Like, hey, look, man, at least it gives them a bat and pole as to where they are. So,
right.
Did we review Death Kiss before?
No, we did Havoc. Cry Havoc.
Yeah, I know we did Cry Havoc, but I thought we did another film with him in it. I don't think it was Escape from Death Block 13, although now I'm curious.
Kind of curious as Once Upon a Time in Deadwood.
Right. Anyway, Robert Bronzi plays Father Joseph, who is a gun-toting, Bible-slinging exorcist from the West. Yeehaw. He's your guy. He's essentially the John Wick of exorcisms. If you've got a major demon infestation going on in somebody's fucking meat bag, send in Joseph, and Joseph will either remove the demon or, by God, he'll make sure your body isn't going to be worthy of a demon being in it.
Someone might say he's almost the Charles Bronson of exorcisms.
Yes, that's way better. Yes, he's the Charles Bronson of exorcisms. If Death Wish did exorcisms...
If Death Wish had a Death Wish.
Yeah, if Death Kiss did exorcisms, this is it. So we first meet him very early on in the movie, where he is talking to a man who is possibly possessed.
Yeah.
He sure wanted to shoot him in the head. I'll put it that way.
Right.
No, it wasn't that. No, he wasn't possessed. He had stabbed the girl.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Oh,
like this was a no demons involved, good old fashioned bit of fucking vigilante justice.
Sorry.
We don't know he's a priest at the beginning.
He's dressed like a fucking priest.
Yeah,
But we don't see the black. We don't
Yes,
see
you
a
do.
white collar.
Yes, you
At
do.
the very start.
At the very start.
Right.
Yes, you do.
yeah.
From the
Okay.
offset,
Look, in
he
any
is
case-
Charles
He had, like, a nice
Bronson as
little-
priest.
He had like the nice little white square.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you remember? Because the
in
guy's
any
on the
case-
ground, he's like, "Please don't kill me! Please don't kill me!" He's like, "You
Yeah.
you didn't get to the chopper, so you can't live," or whatever fucking shit he said. He's very hard to understand in this movie.
The guy that he chased down was after stabbing a girl. That's why he chased him down.
Right, so that guy wasn't even a demon. He was just a run-of-the-mill criminal.
Pretty much, yeah. And he got a run-of-the-mill bullet.
I thought there was a little bit of demon thing.
I
there.
thought it was
No,
a demon thing.
Yeah, no, there was a little bit of demon thing.
Okay, fucking
Father
thank you.
saw it.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
Okay, fair
it
enough.
was. Yeah, there was like a flash
then
in
he
the eye
went
or
all-
something, and then your man
Yeah.
ran off, and he was trying to pretend to be all humany.
And then he went like all Charles Bronson on the motherfucker, chasing him through the streets and shit.
Okay,
Okay, fine. I must have missed that. So, because I just thought he was chasing the guy down because he was after stabbing a girl in front of him or
no,
something.
no. He was stabbing a girl because
No.
he was a demon.
Yeah,
I figured he was stabbing the girl because he was a dick.
no,
No,
he was a demon dick, not just like a normal dick.
Yeah.
I would
he
say
was a
he's still
demon
a
dick.
dick.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. He was still a dick, but due to possession. Well, I don't know. I haven't
Alright,
seen him
okay.
on Possessed. Maybe he was a dick beforehand as well. I mean,
In my defense, it would
That's in the
seem.
prequel.
In my defense, it would seem like a very Charles Bronson. I'm Charles Bronson priest thing to do.
Yeah.
He just stabbed the
get it,
girl. I'm gonna
yeah.
run him down and shoot him.
yeah,
he was
but
definitely-
when the cops go to arrest him, then because I was kind of like, would you not try and at least? He just stood there and just got arrested. I was like, would you not try and at least explain what was happening or whatever? But then when you were like, he just stabbed a girl. I was kind of like, then they're kind of very much in their rights to arrest that man because he just straight up shot someone. That he's like, I know priests are the hand of God and everything like that, but that's taking it just a little bit too. Nope, boom.
Why do you think there was?
You do
It's a
bad.
little bit
was some
Castlevania
judgment.
priest, isn't it?
There
was
was
a
some
line from
judgment
somebody-
needed. Don't worry, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was a line from somebody else later on going, "We can't keep bailing you out." So I was thinking in my head, see, he keeps fucking like
Murdering
I think
people.
it
Yeah, because he's just like, you
I
got a
think it was
demon
just
in you.
'cause-
Boom. Have
I
you
think it was
tried?
just 'cause he was
And I'm
taking-
just
right.
throwing it out there, Joseph.
He's definitely one that
Yeah.
shoots and
Joseph,
doesn't
I'm
ask
just
questions.
throwing
He
it
just
out there,
shoots.
and it's just a minor thing. I'm just throwing it out there. Have you tried actually exercising anyone?
Right.
Because this is
But
why
there's
we have to keep
plenty
bailing you
exercise.
out. You
See how
just go,
fast you
there's
made
a
him run?
demon in you. Boom.
And
He already did the
maybe-
exercise.
Boom,
Hang on,
demons.
whoa,
Just
he
maybe
already did.
don't do it in broad fucking daylight with
Yeah.
witnesses.
Maybe try and lull him into an alleyway or something. Anything.
Right.
But he already did the exercising. Did you not see how far he ran?
Bad joke.
Oh, you are-
I cannot support that.
Put,
no.
you need to mute
No.
him.
Yeah.
Mute him.
Giz is going on timeout. Yeah. No, that was bad.
cannot
Sorry,
support
there's a
that.
certain level of dad joke I can abide by, and that's not one of them. He's on timeout for 60 seconds. Yeah, he's on timeout for 60 seconds. Yeah. Anyway, so Charles Bronzi's father Joseph gets arrested, obviously, because he essentially murdered a man in front of two police officers.
It's not allowed.
It's not allowed. Demon or not, he didn't bother explaining anything about the demon-y kind
Police
of thing.
frown upon that.
Or anything. I liked how also, before I move on with the story, I liked how unfazed by the cops by the fact that it was a priest that shot someone. He was straight over. It was just like, oh, not another one. Goddamn gun-toting priest. Anyway. Yes. Anyway, he goes to the cop shop. Oh God, I'm trying to think of the hierarchy. Bishop, thank you.
Bishop.
I was like, Cardinal, no. Bishop,
Which I dug because that was
played
Stephen
by
Burkoff.
Stephen Burkoff.
What's the name?
Yep. Oh,
Nobody?
dude, he's a cool guy though. Yeah.
I don't know.
Nobody.
No.
Anybody seen a
Dude.
little known movie known as Octopussy?
Right.
Okay. Anybody seen
Oh,
a little old movie called A Clockwork Orange?
Thank you. Clockwork Orange.
Detective
Red
Constable
Tooth.
Tom.
Carter has. He's been naming all of them.
Dude,
Anybody
he's in fucking
seen
everything.
a little known movie starring a man called Eddie Murphy called Beverly Hills Cop?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Victor Maitland. Like right now, I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Oh, fucking strippers versus werewolves. That was good.
Thank you.
Oh.
Right. Anyway. The bishop bails out Yosef, and as Giz said, has the conversation where he's like, you gotta fucking stop. Just exorcise someone, asshole. Seriously, just
Stop
one
killing
fucking
people.
one person. Let's just remove the demon from him and send him on their way. Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
God damn it. They missed some
You
good
can't
lines
tell
out of
because we
me,
can
so
still hear you.
fuck.
Yeah, well, that's what you get for terrible jokes. Bad.
What? You all laughed. It couldn't be that
Because
bad
it
if
was
you all
I-
laughed.
I don't know
I-
what planet you're on, but we did not laugh.
Unfortunately, the same one as the rest of you.
Buzz went quiet. Carter sarcastically laughed at you, and if I was to use a word for what I did, I would say guffawed.
I give you points for the dad joke. It just wasn't good.
Don't give him fucking points for the dad joke.
Carter, you're muted now.
You're the problem with the fucking world. I came 6th place, but I get a medal. Fuck you, asshole. Come in the fucking top 3 like you're supposed to.
It's a participation
Fuck your
trophy.
participation trophy. If my kid got a participation trophy, I'd fuck it in the bin. Do you know what that, when you grow up, do you know what that participation trophy means in the really, really, really real world? Jack fucking shit.
Right.
Jack fucking shit. Get good at your job. You need to adopt what all of us Dark Souls players have adopted as our modus operandi for life.
I'm going to die now?
No, get good, scrub.
Oh.
You know what my favorite part is? I think we've been doing this for 20 minutes. And I don't think we've gotten out of the first 5 minutes of
No.
movie yet.
No. Well, in
That's my
fairness,
favorite
there's
part.
been a lot to digest. Mostly
That's
that
true.
You did me.
50% of the show had a very different interpretation to the start of the movie to the other 50% of the show. being the first hurdle we needed to overcome. Anyway, long story
different
short, because
interpretation.
not unlike all of the movies tonight, they're all out new. This is only out since the 8th, which was Tuesday. if
2
memory
days ago?
serves me correctly.
Tuesday.
So, yeah. So
2 days ago.
anyway, there is a family. Some of them are American, some of them are English. It's very confusing for a while, but they do explain it by the end of it, which is fine.
The parents are all English, but one set of them fucked off to America for a while.
Yes. Their granny's possessed. There you go. You don't need to worry about the granny being possessed because the granny dies. But then the demon, in a very supernatural manner, smoke fucks itself out of the granny's mouth and into one of the wife/mothers. At which point, murdering starts to happen, and
I
Was that the maid?
Yeah, that's
it
what
a
I was
maid?
thinking as well.
The first one was the maid.
Because there was references to how, like,
This demon, we'll just say this demon gets
the demon gets around.
Yeah.
If you watch
Yeah,
Supernatural,
there we
it's
go.
actually why this movie actually pissed me off, but I also really enjoyed it because it was like up until a certain degree in the movie, I was like, okay, I've been in a real Supernatural buzz the last couple of weeks, seeing as I've smashed 13 seasons of it in fucking 4 weeks. I'm in a pretty much deep inherited Supernatural buzz. I got smoky demons coming out of people's mouths. That's good. I got people getting possessed by loads of demons and murdering people. That's good. I like where this is going. And then the movie just kind of fucking stopped for 40 minutes in the middle of the movie. And then kind of got really rolling again at the end, but in a very weird kind of way. But anyway, Granny is possessed, then the maid is possessed, then the maid kills someone, then the demon leaves the maid. Also, there's... I'll get to the end of the story and I'll come back to that, actually. It makes more sense. Anyway, long story short, people are getting possessed, people are getting murdered. Who you going to call? Father Yosef! The man with the track record of murdering literally everybody he's been sent on a mission to recover. I'm going to send him in. This is who we're going to sort out. And then the very big, butch, very scary, very gun-toting, very quietly spoken, slightly misunderstandably to a certain degree, Father Yosef comes in and priests up the place, to be blatantly honest. And contrary to the fact that people called him Or, well, they didn't literally call him, but they definitely called the church. And the church were just like, we've got a man for the job. And they send him up. And then, essentially, the guy that they called shows at the house. And then, for 40 minutes, they go, what the fuck are you doing here? Why do you... I don't believe in religion. I am an atheist. I don't understand what you're doing here. It's obviously some sort of mental illness and stuff. She's got a cold, possibly. Even though your one's inside drawing fucking arcanic ruins on the fucking floor and speaking in fucking tongues. She's got a cold. She's got a dose of the vid. You know what that new fucking thing's like. You get all sweaty, your skin starts to tear, you start speaking in demonic tones and start talking in languages you've never known before.
Weird symbols on the floor.
You know, standard vid procedure. Just drawn archaic. Hey, Akagi, welcome to the Chisnets. Yeah, just drawing some arcanic runes on the floor as I do at every standard flu season. And that's where it gets annoying, because there's about 40 minutes of the family being like, what are you doing here? We don't believe in religion. What are you doing here? But I'm here to try and exorcise the lady. And they spend so much time trying to explain to each other why the priest is here, essentially, that half the fucking family get fucking possessed by the fucking end of the fucking thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
There's an American son / brother who there's a weird relationship going on there, which is inexplicable. But also he gets murdered fairly early in the movie, which is good, because he's not a likable chap.
I think that would have been a cousin, not brother.
Very hard to tell with the love triangles in this.
This is true.
Yeah. It gets a bit Brazers for a while until some of the family tree gets explained a little more in depth, and you're like, okay, so it's not Brazers, it's just crude intentions. Got it. Alrighty. It's cool. Buzz is frozen in what can only be described as the most entertaining manner ever.
Right.
He looks like he's about to bust into a rendition of My Little Teapot.
Is he actually frozen, or is he just like sitting that way?
He's frozen. Do you know how I know? Because it's really hard to pretend freeze blur.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. He's done it before.
You can't pretend freeze blur. His face is semi-blurry because it got caught in motion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trust the video guy.
Huh. I really do wish you'd seen my Dead Ones, because it's just that line there. I
feel I will probably go back and watch it, because it seems like I'm going to appreciate it from top to bottom from the way you guys have described it.
Like I said, kind of slow going, but yes.
Alrighty, we got no Buzz worrying. Yeah. Anyway, so
shit Buzz, man.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. I feel I'm kind of to the end of the movie without me having revealed any of the actual main storyline synopsis. We family members are getting possessed, as I said. More of them are getting murdered.
Buzz's internet went out.
Okay. Pop back in when you can. I'll probably just hide your window because you're paused in a very weird... Or maybe I'll just leave it there. I might just leave it there for a minute and see how I feel about it. Anyway, yeah, so there's a big revelation by the end of it, which I won't get into, because it's an interesting twist that I liked. It was mostly the middle bit of the movie. I liked I liked the start of it, and it was, as I said, the first maybe 30 minutes is if Charles Bronson from Death Wish was to be an exorcist, here's what you get, and it's great.
Crucifix in one hand, a pistol in the other,
and it's great. And it's they went by a certain formula here, because by intention it's supposed to be kind of like a spooky exorcist movie come whodunit kind of style movie as well. The way they had it described it as in the press release was Exorcist meets Knives Out, if memory serves me correctly, which you do get that vibe from it. Is it executed perfectly? No, I don't think so. I'll tell you, in its defense though, the Exorcist side of it done very well. It's shot really nicely. The film stock or the digital color grade they did on it, or whatever way it worked out, looked really good. Like it had a nice fresh look to it, but still had this nearly 80s B-movie feel to it, even though you can tell it was shot on some very nice equipment. Just color grading wise, not as in like degrading the footage or anything like that, but just looks wise alone. The special effects were really good. No?
Yeah. Sorry, I was answering Katie. She was heading off.
Oh, sorry, Katie. Catch you later.
No, I thought the special effects looked good. Like you said, the Exorcist part of it definitely caught my attention, and I did like it.
Yeah.
It was when we switched that it really lost me, and I just I was waiting for us to get back to the fucking Exorcist part of it.
Yeah, because it's when you have a demon that's infesting people at will and going on murder sprees while infesting people, you're kind of the whodunit. If you are going to do a whodunit style movie, I think the whodunit needs to be toned down more, and you focus on the exorcism demon stuff, if you know what I mean. Like, as I said, it could be that, like, I've been watching a load of Supernatural, but Supernatural did do an episode kind of similar to this. Do you remember where that hunter guy got murdered? Asa.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a similar kind of vibe to that, and I just feel the balance was there a little bit more, where there was this whodunit thing, but it was very much more about the demon side of things. Because the stronger part of this story is the Exorcist stuff. Yeah, hands down. Yeah. The gore is good. Whatever blood they were using was fucking great looking. It was like hyper realistic looking blood. Like, it didn't look like that kind of candy red blood like the Carrie stuff and all that. It looked legit fucking good. Like, real good.
And we got a buzz back.
Hello.
Hi. I was saying things and then I didn't get response, and I'm like, oh, I'm not here anymore. That's probably why you can't hear me.
Color graded well, as I said. Special effects really good. They leaned heavily into the practical stuff, which I always appreciate. There was a really cool neck slit done that I thought was done quite effectively. Look, like, good, not just that, oh, my neck's back gash. It was that proper, like, oh, there's some good meatiness under the skin there.
Yeah. Like, it popped out from
it was good.
The skin. And,
I think when you have the smoke demon that's able to jump from people, why don't we follow the smoke demon that's able to jump from people a little bit more instead of keeping the whodunit factor?
I think that was part of, like I said, there is that part that slows down the middle of the film, and explaining everything for the process ties in, is the reason for that. Yeah. I think they just kind of
the trying to figure out why there's a priest in their house, even though they called him. That is a large chunk of that 40 minutes as well.
You need to get out of here.
You literally called me.
Get out of here. Well, okay, if you want another crack at it, go ahead.
Yeah. And then for him to call the
You need to get out of here. I was like,
what are you doing showing up here with your Bible and your crucifix? All she needs is some antihistamines and Lemsip. She's got the flu, bro. I told you, she's got the flu. It'll be fine.
But if you think about it, like, I kind of felt bad for Robert Bronzi, because then, like, his boss calls.
Hello, porn boss. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to click a button and you're going to disappear.
But you had to feel bad for the priest, because his boss calls. He's like, hey, did you get that exorcism? They don't want me here, dude. Yeah. Well, too fucking bad. Get back to work.
Yeah. That woman's possessed the high holy fuck.
Break in the house if you have to.
You literally shot someone less than 48 hours ago. I'm sure you can handle this. It's fine.
Yes.
Honestly, I feel this is probably like this Father Joseph, he's a cool character. We want to do a lot of stories about him. And this is probably like the story one. Because, like you said, the exorcism stuff is cool, but then we need to have something else that's more of it to kind of flesh out the introduction of the character. Just because
the thing is,
I
don't think so. I actually was, myself and Spade and Graham Gill were actually working on a very similar story to this at one stage, called Exorcists, but it was spelt with a, I can't remember it had a big X. That was the differentiation. But anyway, like that. I think you could keep telling tales of this guy, just like, I mean, nearly an episodic movie style thing like Supernatural, where it's him going down. I think the whodunit side of it, I think if they went more into the crime investigation, demonic possession side of things than the whodunit side of things. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like a whodunit doesn't work when it can literally be anyone who done it, if you know what I mean. I know there's a reveal at the end where you're kind of like, oh, you, ho, 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 you know, but
if they're moving forward, there is somebody else that gets brought into the film that, as a result, could be seen as returning for other films, and this then also acts as now we know why this person is there and how they're involved, because they're not a priest for one thing. So, why would they be at these things moving forward? But now we have, because all these characters, they always need a sidekick, like that fucking, man.
And
What was his name?
That.
Father something Mysteries. Yeah, the cute nun. Dowling. Father Dowling Mysteries.
I don't know. For a brief moment, it sounded like you were fucking
Yeah, the Father Downing Mysteries.
giving me adult
American
movie
television
recommendations.
series.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounded like another porn plot to me.
No, this was a TV
Tom
series.
Bosley. It starred Tom Bosley, and it ran for 3 seasons.
Okay, yeah. When you explain it, it works that way. When Giz is like, it has that cute nun chick. that equals porn. So when you put context to it, then that helps. When Giz is like cute nun chick,
and it ran back in '87.
50% chance it's a porn.
All right, I'm okay. Fair enough. I accept that.
Okay, thank you. At least we're all compromising here.
But my point being that much like that show, moving forward, that kind of character, to have the sidekick like character, or to have the character that can talk to people, to be Sam to his Dean.
No, and I get it. Like, and I'm sure like maybe the next film would be better, but
Are you laughing because you're just waiting for me to do my Sam Winchester impression? My hair's tied up. I can't do it.
No, I'm laughing because I literally saw you kind of going, "Oh, I see the point he's making."
Yeah.
Realization.
But yeah, no, it's like you said, it is the middle of the film that kind of drags the movie down, primarily because
it does. It has a really good, solid, big start and a pretty big, good, solid ending.
Yeah.
And even the twist, I like the twist. The twist that they get in there is kind of like, well, I won't lie to you. Was it shoehorned in kind of out of nowhere? I feel so, but it works and I like it. And sometimes shoehorned in works because it means you really don't see it coming.
It's kind of like the Scooby-Doo ending. You're like, oh, it was her the whole time.
Right. Who doesn't like and who doesn't like a Scooby-Doo fucking ending? Like, those are awesome.
Everybody loves the Scooby-Doo ending.
Right.
That's Wayne's World ending, just to clarify.
Damn meddling
Well, they
kids.
did that. In the end of the movie, there's like, let's do the Scooby-Doo ending.
Very good.
We pull off the mask of Rob Lowe, and he was the old guy. Like, I would have
It was old man Withers the entire time.
Yeah. I would have gotten away with it if we were stupid dog and meddling kids. Wayne's World. I don't know. Now I want to watch Wayne's World.
Oh,
okay then.
We do.
I don't know what's going on. I can't see Johnny, so I don't know what's going
I'm here. Don't worry. Johnny's here. Johnny's got you. What year's
I can hear you.
this? 2022?
22.
That is this year.
Yeah, so I think that's as much plot-wise as I can get into without revealing the good shit, if you know what I mean. Because there is, as I said, the whodunit is a bit of a slow thing in the middle, but I don't want to ruin it for people because when you do get to the end of the whodunit, it's a good ending to the whodunit. It's just the middle of the whodunit was a lot more chatting than mystery, if you get me.
There's some drinking.
Yeah. And I cannot express enough giving out to the priest that they specifically called to show up and sort their problems out. I found that was the bit that confused the fuck out of me. I was just like, why the fuck do you think the priest is at your house? You have someone who's possessed by a fucking demon and you called the church and we're like, Granny Winters is possessed by a demon. And then a priest shows up. What else is he fucking here for?
Okay, but still though, like, any priest that shows up, when you open the door and see this motherfucker standing on the other side, there's about to be
here's the thing,
down.
right?
Okay,
I don't know if this movie exists in a world where the Exorcist movie exists, but having seen what happened, the old lad from the Exorcist movie, and then fucking Tank Man shows up to the fucking door, I'd be like, that's a priest that can take on a demon.
Yep.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, babe, pack your bags. This will be settled in a week.
Yeah. We're probably going to have to redecorate in that bedroom afterwards, but it'll be worth it. It'll be fun.
I see. Like, I think they're just expecting your traditional priests, but they got like Shooty McShooterton, who
But I don't think it's
hesitation.
I don't think it's specifically a
shoot his
priest
gun in their
issue
house.
because they're also just giving out about religion. And there's the guy who called the priest that's convinced it's fucking the flu. Well, it's not literally the flu.
Was he the one that did it, or was it the sister that did it though?
That did did what?
That did the calling.
Priest. No, he went out.
It seemed like she was kind of on board. He wasn't.
But the thing is, he went out and he was the one that addressed the priest by name, implying that he had foreknowledge that the man was arriving on.
Well, I mean, he may have known he was coming, but he may not have
been on board for it.
Been the one that was in contact. Like his sister might be like, "Hey, called the church. This guy's coming." Oh, okay. That's my impersonation of the guy. Oh, okay.
And again,
the good impersonation.
Whole,
I liked it.
Thank you.
When you're looking at this father, when you're looking across the table at this father, the first thought that went through my head is, I'm going to throw hands and beat this guy's ass. Sure.
Yeah.
I'll win this fight.
I wasn't expecting a revolver to go off every 5 minutes in my house. That's what I think they're kind of like.
Well, Charles Bronson showed up. You should get fucking ready, baby.
I mean,
right.
Yes, I guess, but they all probably didn't know that he was the one that was going to show up.
It's like if Ultimate Warrior showed up at your house, you know someone's getting power slammed through a table. If someone if MJF showed up at your house, you know he's going to insult your mom and kick your dog.
Right, I feel like at that point, if you're not feeling secure about this exorcism, call the bishop.
If Darby Allin showed up at your house, you know he's going to fucking throw himself off something and then make a short film about it.
Like the priest you sent to us kind of scares us. Is that a good
What about
thing?
Sting? What if he showed up?
Similar.
Except he was just like descend from the roof.
I wouldn't have said throw myself off something and then shoot a short film about it, but then I saw him dive off that second rope dive off that platform on the guy's last pay-per-view, and I was just like, that poor old man's airborne. What's going on?
What happens if you call Danhausen and be like, well, this guy's possessed too, what the hell's going on?
I don't know what to do with Danhausen. Honestly, if Danhausen showed up in that scenario, he was getting shot probably. Probably.
Very good, very loaded.
Yeah. Yes, very nice, very evil. Oh, fuck. Ow.
Ow. Very shot, very dead.
Very shot, very bleeding. Ow. Hey. That's Hikage. Never mind. I thought it was Letty for a second. Sorry. I keep forgetting that Hikage's name is Hikage in the chat. So it throws me off. I thought it was Letty for a moment. I was about to go, hey, Letty, how are you? And then I was like, oh, no, that's not Letty. It's Lotto. I know. I think I already said hello to Hikage, so never mind.
We did. We did.
We hit the trailer for Exorcist Vengeance.
Yep.
Yes. Anyone else have anything else they want to chime in on this? I did most of the talking. Does anyone else have other stuff they want to say before we leave?
I disappeared.
Yeah.
So.
If I ever need an exorcism, that's the guy I want to see on the other side of the door.
Hells yes.
Shit will get justified.
I can't say a lot because a lot of my things have to do with spoilers. So I'll just say, don't go watch it. I don't know.
Right. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. Right.
Mrs. Agnes? The door has been opened.
Have you ever considered practicing what you preach, Father Joseph?
It's my duty to protect the innocent.
These symbols were found at a property belonging to a popular donor to our cause. The Vatican has requested your services specifically.
I need everyone to listen to me. The devil is at work in this house.
It's been a while, Andres.
The Lord is my strength and my soul.
Someone's dead. Okay, let's
Right,
move
that
on.
was the trailer for... Oh, fuck, I forgot to do the poll. Well, sure, we'll fucking do it now while I talk. Sure, fuck it, lash it out, boy. What did I write for the last poll? Thoughts on Deadwood
Yeah,
here. That was it. Thoughts on Exorcist Vengeance. And then I'll just leave yes or no. And that's also not how you spell thoughts.
Did you say Tufts?
No.
Tut,
Well,
tut, looks
sorry.
like rain.
Look, to be pedantic, it is how you spell thoughts, but it was a T-H, both caps, instead of...
to teach.
Yes. Grammatics.
See.
Johnny, me do grammar. Grammar me do good.
Indeed.
Yes. English.
Buzz don't do
We
words.
fail English, that's impossible. Okay. Let's get some votey votes going for Exorcist Vengeance. I'm going last.
I'm gonna go 2.
Gonna go 2.
Like, I really dug that whole exorcism side, but it's when we take that break to try to do the whole murder mystery, it just lost me. Like, I just couldn't really get into it. And then we finally get back to the exorcism, and I was like, cool. But now I'm like, well, it took long enough.
I go 2.
It's a twosies for
It was a kind of a basic Exorcist movie to begin with a gun-toting priest. So I was like, oh, this is different. And then the rest of the movie happened. And I was like, oh, we're going this way. Oh, wait, no, we're going this way. And then there were so many turns, it just kept going in circles. And then we stopped. The end.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm going to have to go with the 2 as well. I can see what they were trying to do in regard to mystery, and I liked one or two parts of it. Like they gave an explanation for something. It was like, oh, you mean it could have been this all along? And I was kind of like, okay, that's pretty cool. But it was very hard because once again, you're geared up and you're in the mindset of, okay, this is going to be interesting, a gun-toting exorcist. And then all of a sudden it's like, wait, hang on. I get, okay, fair enough. I get what they were trying to do, and I get why they were trying to do it, to expand on the story, introduce this character, and tell a tale whereby he has to be more than just a gun-toting exorcist. But it just...
Because he keeps getting arrested. I thought, you didn't need a whole murder mystery for us to figure out that he needs to be more than a gun-toting exorcist. Like, the bishop pretty much explained it to him. He's like, stop fucking shooting people and start exercising some cunts. Please. Please. Like, your job is literally exorcist, not assassin.
I think he asked him, is he ever going to start practicing what he preaches?
Yeah.
But honestly, and this is going to sound stupid, despite the fact that they weren't able to properly pull off, I think, what they were trying to do, in our opinion, I wouldn't mind seeing the character in another movie. I wouldn't mind seeing I think the next story. I
think it could be one of those movies where movie 2, we've learnt from the mistakes of movie 1, and let's just go balls in on fucking gun-toting exorcist.
Right. But he's at the age, though. Is he really going to learn? I don't think so.
That is
obviously.
That is why, as I said, that is why, by the resolution of this movie, we have another character who can be seen as
moral
a
compass,
sidekick,
just like
moving forward.
Moral compass, just like Sam and Dean. Because Dean at one stage just turns into a murder machine. If it's a monster, we kill it and fuck you.
Or, as the doctor put it, carer. She cares, so I don't have to.
Yeah, that one. So it all involves long hair and lips.
So, a sequel could be better if they decided to lean a certain way with it.
But Dean,
yeah,
a good buddy cop movie would be good, just without the cop and being a priest.
Yeah. We're here.
Just change the format completely, where it's like a comedy.
Yeah, do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Just
no, but you know what I'm? Do you know what I'm?
Different direction.
I liked what you said, but the description bad. I think what you're looking for, if you're going to go for that kind of a vibe, is fucking Lethal Weapon, but with an exorcist and a chick.
Oh,
There
I
you go.
like that. I like
That's
that. And I mean, like that goes right.
Somebody gets to be Mel Gibson, the other person's Danny Glover.
I knocked my life. I was wondering
Robert
where I got there.
Bronzi.
Like, yeah,
right
but
there.
like there'd
that's
be a
in
good
his
scene
lane.
there. You know, Robert Bronzi's there and he's taking a shit on the toilet, and then this demon comes in, plants a bomb behind the toilet, and then the chick has to unveil it, and then everything goes boom, and then Robert Bronzi's lying in the garden with your one with no pants on. He's just like, I'm getting too old for this shit. It'll be fucking good.
I will watch that.
You
That
know?
sounds
Tells
beautiful.
the sidekick to stay back. I got this, and has
And
like
you
a
were
showdown
worried.
with
Hang
the
on.
demon
Just,
in the front
now,
yard.
I want you to think back on some of the words that Johnny just used and imagine I was saying them, and now imagine the first thoughts to pop into your head.
Which says more about you than me. The fact that
Right,
doesn't jump into their head when I say it. They're just like, that sounds like the plot of an interesting movie.
Right.
Why not even call it beautiful?
I mean, your movie is interesting too, just in a whole different.
Yeah,
totally.
It's all about
Not
the in
gonna
and
lie.
out, not about the ghost busting.
Totally.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to give it a 2.5, and here's why. I really appreciate the actual cinematic merit that went into making the movie. It's shot really well. As I said, special effects is great. The whole Exorcist stuff is really good. And as an actual competently put together piece of film, it's all that in spades. But in saying that, storyline wise, I'm going to give your movie a 2.5 because essentially I liked half your movie and I didn't like the other half of your movie. So I'm just splitting it up the middle, which is 2.5.
Down the middle.
I didn't hate the other half of your movie. It just was out of place in what seemed to be
It's
like
like
it was
two
going to be a
different
very
movies.
good Exorcist handgun toting wall of mentalness. So that is,
Yeah.
and then we divide you by.
Not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind seeing Father Broski like dropping some elbows. You know, just
Almost seems like they had two separate ideas for two separate movies, and they were just like, you know what? Let's put them
Right,
together.
so it is a 2.1 for Exorcist Vengeance.
Exorcist Vengeance.
Yeah, as I said, like it, I would still, in a weird way, say go watch it because the Exorcist half that we're on about that's really good is really fucking good. Like it looks good, it looks great. Like out of all those Ouija Exorcist movies that have come out in the last couple of years, this has definitely had the best effect. Like there was some effort put into the fucking possessed people. Do you know what I mean? Opposed to just been like, let's stick a mask on someone who's really bendy and call it a day. Do you know? Not that I don't like the masked up really bendy people as well, because that looks creepy as fuck when they start doing weird shit on stairs. But I'm just saying, sometimes it's nice to see some really cool practical effects done up. Richard Brodsky and Danhausen cooking show. That sounds majestic.
Who's Richard Brodsky?
Doesn't matter. It's Danhausen doing a cooking show.
Yeah, he does do a cooking show on his Patreon.
Oh, that's maybe what he's on about.
Oh,
I don't think he does it with Richard Brad, whatever the
Whoever
guy's name
Richard
is,
is.
but
Right, votes wise,
the
we
name
have
of his
6 to
penis?
7% of people seem interested in catching some Exorcist Vengeance.
Hey, Richard Broski is a former New York state representative. That can't be right.
never mind. I don't like.
It could be right, but I'm about to give you a shocking revelation that might resolve your issue. Other people can have the same name.
No, I know. That's why I'm looking it up. Like,
liar.
I have 6
That was
Jonathan
just the
Baines
first
on
one
my
that came
friends
up.
list in Facebook
oh, dude, and Carter.
because I
is everything.
aggressively
Like, I'm
went
not
looking for
knocking
as many Jonathan Baineses as I could find.
it. No, I was just saying, like, that was the first one that came up. So I was just kind of like going down the list.
Right. Oh boy. Next
Oh, I
movie.
love this
Jesus Christ. Strap in, kids, and I mean it in a good way, because you're about to have some very visually stunning but very visually confusing imagery shoved into your brain holes.
And my brain holes loved it.
because it's deliberately confusing.
The subtitle track is superfluous virtually because
I feel it's kind of needed.
Oh no, I'm saying that to try and describe just how fucking mental. Like, I won't lie to you. You could put a bottle of whiskey in you and take some disco biscuits and just turn the subtitles off and have yourself a whale of a time.
Maybe.
What the fuck?
Yeah, just going into the movie would have been a good idea, knowing subtitles were needed. Because 5 minutes of the movie, I didn't, and I was like,
I would have thought the fact that
crazy?
everybody was from Japan and none of them spoke English would have been a really quick assertion as to.
Well, no, because some of the credits were in English, so that's why I was.
In Buzz's defense, the film opens up with a statement from the director Shogo Fuji, explaining that in this film the whole point is to show. It's not just showing the mimic; it's also showing how the mimic works and who it chooses to go through. And in that, we explore what it is to be the mimic itself, enjoy the pain.
That's why I was anticipating that if it was going into a different language, I was like, oh, subtitles would probably pop up. And I was like, I was wrong.
Yeah. Now, okay, before I start off in the review of this, full disclosure, even when we look at IMDb, while all the actors and actresses are listed, fracking character names aren't.
Right.
So, and we only really get 2 or 3 names over the course of the movie anyway. So for the most part, we are the film revolves around a character named Fuma Moriyama. There we go. Fuma Moriyama, who we quickly learn is he wakes up in the middle of a forest, does a runner, runs into some cops. They try to stop him.
Wakes up in the middle of a forest in a bed with a kid just staring at him, gives out to him for not waking me up in time, and then gets nearly murdered by Oni Jason.
And I'm gonna say, like, right there is when Carter was sold. I was like, oh, this is fucking.
I was
weird.
like, I looked at the clock and I was like, this is 45 seconds in. Okay, cool. Alrighty.
Oh yeah. No,
Strap
Carter
on
was
in.
sold at that point. Like when he turned around and there was the bed, I'm like, oh, this is gonna get fucked up. Okay, here we go.
So anyway, as I said, after that, runs into a cop, tries to grab him. He runs into a car which has. Now, this is where the whole lack of character names comes in. So we're just going to go with some descriptives. The bride.
Oh, this is
the
going
groom,
to be interesting. Okay.
Okay. It has the bride, the groom, the father-in-law, and the wedding planner. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So
it wasn't as interesting as I thought it was going to be. Never mind.
That was the wedding planner. I thought that was the father-in-law's wife.
No, definitely wedding planner.
That was wedding planner.
Yeah.
Wedding planner. Now, basically, what's happening is
I'm more confused.
They are on their way to this out-of-the-way little place to get married, because apparently this out-of-the-way little place is next to a nuclear power plant, and it's the fucking groom's
father-in-law
notion that it's the groom's notion that since he's against nuclear nukes, that doing it there is a big kind of
you're familiar with his work, Joseph? Very good. Sorry.
While in the car, the father-in-law quickly points out that, hey, I run one of those nuclear power plants. I employ loads of people. What exactly is your alternative plan? I don't really have one, just bow nukes. Oh, you don't have one? Jesus Christ. You think you're going to prepare? You're going to be able to look after my daughter? Fuck's sake. Tell you what, why don't you take a job at the company? Maybe we'll see you're good enough.
Wah, 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 wah.
This is direct dialogue.
Yep.
From the movie.
Yeah.
So,
did you not see him writing down the transcripts before we went on air?
No, I didn't. I'm better at remembering stuff sometimes when I get to read it.
Yes. I think a lot of people are.
Depends. Like, people's brains work differently. But anyway, they end up stopping when they see the cop car. They end up stopping because the cop and the dude that he's after run practically out in front of them. Your man tries to get in. The groom opens up the side, tries to get in, gets pulled away, and they keep going. They end up having to stop shortly afterwards because basically the car fucking runs out of juice. But it's all right. They're close enough to the sanctuary anyway. They can walk the rest of the way. Don't worry about the whole, closed off by the nuclear power plant signs.
Don't walk through this area.
Danger, danger, danger signs.
Right,
They're more of a rough idea than an actual rule.
Yes,
but
we
it's
are
okay.
a shortcut if you don't mind a shit ton of danger.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay if you want to wait in this cabin that's over here. Waiting planner, will go off and get some help, and we can get you properly out to this, and we can get it all done, and it'll all be good. Yeah. No, that's all well, and that's all fine.
Nothing
and well.
suspicious about that at all.
No,
sir.
That's all fine.
Perfectly
all fine
above
and well.
board.
Meanwhile-
Perfectly natural.
Meanwhile, the lawman who was trying to track this lad fucking running through the forest who's saying that his son was dead and all this, finds out that that guy is supposed to be dead for killing kids a few years back. So it's like, what the actual shit? So, you know, that's a story that isn't going to end well. We get various flashes. I can't remember what happens to the lawman.
Nothing. Like, I don't remember ever seeing him again. Like, we lost, like, he's chasing through the woods.
His shift ended.
He lost.
He went home.
Like, he lost him.
Ended.
And then we never saw the cop again.
Did he run into the guy with the Oni mask?
I don't think so. Like, he
Yeah,
just kind of
okay.
got lost in the woods.
As long as I'm not the only one who's blanking on that, then we can proceed
Yeah.
because I can remember all the rest of the stuff. And I was like, am I missing
Oh,
a
dude,
section
I
from
was
my brain?
I don't know if it got. I don't know if there's anything. He just.
Yeah, that's kind of my point.
Like, I don't know if we ever...
I thought I was
if it
forgetting
an
something, but if
assumption-
none of us remember it.
Yeah, like, I don't know if it was just an assumption of, like, well, he's staying in the middle of bad shit happens to you. We don't ever
Bad
see
shit
him
happen-
again.
yeah,
Bad
yeah.
shit happens.
He could still,
Right.
he could still be in the woods right now.
No, he really could.
Point is, we get Moriyama still running around, and every now and then he's getting flashes of what I can only describe as him as a kid being abused by his father, and then flashes of him as a father taking that abuse out on his own kid for minor stuff. That kind of, this is how I was treated, so I'm going to treat you fucking mentality. And this intermixes with the original vision of him apparently killing his own kid by getting angry, because
Yes.
we see other flashes of him hitting the kid, then eventually getting a baseball bat and cracking him and then dead. And all of this stuff is intermixed with the current situation he's in, which is running around the fucking forest with a dude with a fucking Oni mask trying to fucking kill you, apparently.
As I said, only Jason.
Only Jason.
Only the 13th.
Sprinkled through the story in such a haphazard, crazy, fucked up way. Like, I loved it.
He's
I
literally there
fucking
as a
loved
plot
it.
device to keep the story interesting,
Yeah.
and I love it. It's just like, have we done a bit too much
Oh my
surreal shit?
God.
And they might have lost track of what's going on. Trying to murder some people with a guy in an Oni mask. Okay,
yes.
cool.
Well,
Oh, it was
there's
fucking
a
awesome.
reason for everything.
I know
there
there's
is
a reason for everything,
everything.
but I'm just saying visually that's.
Now, one of the interesting things is that we also get kind of a back and forth to Moriyama's escape, I suppose, because we realize he was in a place, and after he, he fucking did that, and but where he is turns out to be basically the nuclear power plant. So we get an we get an inside look as to what's going on.
Where
there, and-
are they pulling this fucking plot from?
My head hurts just thinking about the movie again. Like, listen to you guys talk about it. I am getting a migraine.
My brain is just like
So
in a
none of
warm
this plot
bath with
is that
fluffy- with fluffy
like just
pillows,
fucking
Oh,
It just went one in 1 year, out the other. It's like,
I will say, like,
not that.
I will say I can understand how you could lose track of what's going on while watching the movie, because, like, considering unless you speak Japanese, you need to keep an eye on the subtitles, and it's fucking hard sometimes because there's so much mental shit going on the screen that you like can't read, must watch the crazy shit.
And it's like, I'm not trying to say this as it's in a bad, like, it was all this shit. Like, I'm not, like, just so much was going on, my head just couldn't comprehend.
and subtitles are not always accurate when you try to kick it over. So, like, there is a lot of broken English.
Okay, I might have been as little Japanese as I know. There were times where I think I was able to compensate for the subtitle thing.
See, and I just kind of read it as it was because I have no
just
basic
and I mean, I mean minor, small little fucking things whereby it meant it's referring to this part, just at the inflect. Like at one point, I actually had to do a double take because a character said something that popped up in the subtitles, and I kind of went, "That has to be wrong." And it wasn't until later on when I actually audibly reheard the word and I went, "Nope, that subtitle's right." It was just really bizarre, and it works into kind of. There's a lot of twists in this film, and we're not going to go too much into the plot, but there is Moriyama's story. There is the truth of Moriyama's story. There is
the truth
wedding
itself.
couple. There is the wedding couple. There is the truth of the wedding couple.
And then there's when the two stories merge.
Oh,
boom,
dude! I'm just floating.
And
back
that's
in
where my
happy
head exploded.
space. I'm just floating in my happy space, just rethinking about this fucking movie.
I was that guy in was it Scanners or whatever?
Where his head just
the
fucking
the
exploded.
guy that like just boom, just explodes. That's how I was. Once all that stuff came together, I was like, no, can't compute. Boom, and I just fell over. And kind of like in the GoreCast episode, right?
Hikagi, I will neither confirm nor deny your suspicions, but in this case, that was not the phrase that I was pointing out. Although, actually, at one point, it kind of was, I guess. That machine, that was said.
That was definitely a please God, please stop.
Oh
this.
yeah.
Like
Saw meets.
Even if you didn't understand the words, the look on that person's face was like, "Oh God, please just
make this stop."
I like the way he was like Saw meets BDSM, and I'm like, you haven't seen the right BDSM.
The best part when that was done, where there she's like, "Take it out, take it out." I was like, "Yeah,
dude."
Take
even
it
better
out.
when he was
It
saying
is-
the same thing. He's like, "Just take it out." Oh, you poor bastard!
Yeah.
All right.
It's broken. I can't do it anymore, Captain.
Anyway, that's more detail than even I was going to go into.
No,
I mean,
I also really,
you can only go so long.
I also really enjoyed the wedding planner's story.
Oh yeah,
because that was like there's.
Obviously, I missed it because I didn't even know she's wedding.
Here's
Jesus, it's so cool.
That's what the words on the screen are for.
What words? I thought you remembered. I didn't see the words until.
It's okay. They didn't mention what she was until after you would have figured it out. I don't think.
I don't know.
This film can best be described as
acid.
The best way I can explain it is this is a movie that just dangles car keys.
Oh, yes, it does.
Sometimes you get your attention. Get your attention.
Imagine
in a very good way.
Just
right after you check.
Just briefly, imagine a big chunk. Imagine if ice cream could
Imagine
be made
if
with
Aphex Twin
LSD.
were hired to write a long-form actual movie.
Oh, what? I was going to say, imagine if ice cream could be made with LSD and have vanilla and chocolate, smash them together in a bowl, and then sprinkle it with like strawberry.
Right. I have two things to say about your analogy there. Number one, I don't know what one to do first. Number one, that's
I like the ice cream
when you
one.
smash vanilla and chocolate and strawberry together. That's 3, not 1 or 2.
Yeah,
and
there was 3 stories.
Well, he said sprinkle.
Yeah, and more importantly, I'm pretty sure you can put acid in ice cream.
I said
I thought he said imagine if you did.
I'm pretty sure you can make ice cream with acid.
I don't see why you couldn't.
I don't see why you. I'd go as far to say is that it can definitely happen. I'm not saying I don't see why you couldn't. I'm telling you that that's a thing that could be done if one so desired. Doesn't mean it should be done. Probably not.
It's probably not.
I was going to say this falls into the realm of can it be done or should it be done?
I feel more like should. I don't question the can.
I would say responsibly, the thing to do would be dish up the ice cream and then add the acid as a garnish, if you get me. So there's a control to how much people get, opposed to just whacking a load of acid in ice cream and then whoever eats and gets the magic roll.
I was going to say the point is this is an enjoyable trip.
Oh,
a very tasty, enjoyable trip.
I very much enjoyed that we're going down this route.
An enjoyable trip. My eye holes were so fucking happy.
I thoroughly enjoyed this at one stage.
Oh my god!
I not at one stage. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Even at one stage when I couldn't focus on the subtitles, I turned around to my missus. I was just like, I don't have a fucking iota of what's going on right now. Don't even care.
Okay.
It's visually blowing my fucking tits off.
Yes.
I love this movie. It's great. Honest to God, I love this movie. I would highly recommend this to anybody.
There were times where I was like, I thought I understood what was going on, but then you said that. Now I have this just gets better and fucking better. Cause I got lost. I went down a road. I took a left. I think I got on the right road.
Do you like Japanese birds with a 500-yard death stare? You got loads of them in this. It's great.
Oh.
If you want to actually know my truthful reaction to when this movie ended, I literally just screamed at my laptop because I didn't know what I just watched. And I am not joking. The movie was over and I was like, ah!
You had turned on
I don't know what happened.
You had turned on the subtitles at this point, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, I turned them on. Okay, so I said 5 minutes. It was more probably like 20, 30 seconds into the film, but still.
I hope
adding that little bit still didn't help.
hope that it's like a fucking hard copy. Like, I want a fucking hard copy of this movie.
I want Amazon. I believe.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I want this on my fucking shelf.
I would imagine if it's on Amazon, there's sometimes a physical release as well as a.
I want it to where I lay in bed and someone tells me the story and explains it to me.
Can I just point out something, right? And some of this really leans into the fact that you have attention deficit disorder, I think, Buzz, just undiagnosed. Is that not what myself, Giz, and Carter literally just did for you?
I think he wants it in a calmer voice, though.
What, like in a literal bedtime story voice?
Yeah, kind of like.
I don't know. Can you depict this story in just a singular bedtime story voice?
Oh, no.
I want Morgan Freeman to tell
even
me
if Morgan Freeman read it, I think he'd still at some points have to just scream in your face.
But the voice, he doesn't.
Well, then it's probably not Morgan Freeman. You're going to need to hire to read this movie.
Though? If Morgan Freeman was able to just because scream in my face, okay, cool. That's the only way this movie is
I want a combo.
Would you be okay? I don't know. Would I be okay with Morgan
Freeman?
Yeah. I don't know. Would I be okay with Morgan screaming in my face?
Like, I don't think.
Yeah. That was intentional.
No. I don't think he could do it angrily. So I think like I'm gonna get a Morgan Freeman smile, a little bit of a giggle, and then him like attempting to like scream angry.
But there's certain parts in that.
How many Morgan Freeman movies have you seen?
Like
quite a few.
He's been angry.
You could do a tag team,
right? But
you could do a tag team of Morgan Freeman and Fran Drescher. She comes out and does the yelling parts. He can soothe me, and then she comes out when it's yelling, Wednesday. And she goes.
Hey, Wednesday, welcome to the Chisnets. How are
you? I don't know. Morgan Freeman screaming at me I'd totally be okay with that.
I do actually think that Buds might be onto something to like how you could audibly capture the essence of the visuals of this movie, which would be to have the script of the movie read by Morgan Freeman and Fran Drescher. And you just randomly change between the two. No reason why.
Yeah. They just tag out. Good old tag.
No, I want a physical copy. This movie is fucking awesome.
It's good.
Oh, Bobcat. Oh, fuck, what was it? Was it Bobcat Williams?
Yeah.
He's back to Keith Lee now.
What? No.
No. He's talking about the comedian.
That's
from Police Academy.
Police Academy.
Bobcat
Goldthwait.
Thank you.
The guy with the weird voice?
Yeah.
He could definitely be the screen
part.
Yeah.
Him and Morgan Freeman doing that script would be.
I was almost gonna go with Hokage mentioned him earlier, Sam Kinison, but I forgot he was dead, so that'd be kind of hard.
Not in this movie.
I think Bobcat's dead as well.
Not in this movie.
No, he's still alive.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Also, in this movie, like, I mean, literally in the plot, we can just sort that out if they're not around.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
This is
Bobcat's rocking it at 59 right now.
He's only 59.
I know, right?
I feel old as shit now. I honest to God feel old as shit now.
So good, the Police Academy movies.
Guys.
I don't know what the hell that was.
No.
Yeah, it was the worst impersonation.
Rocking it at fucking 59 out of New York.
I feel old as shit now. I thought you were going to be like, he's rocking a good old 70 or whatever. 59.
Nope. No.
Well, it's not that far off.
Yeah, but I'm not that far off either. Is the fucking...
Yeah. No, like, I feel Johnny's pain because I was like,
years.
no, that's not a happy number.
Yeah, it's closer than I'd like. I was signing up for a video game account there during the week, and I had to scroll a whole lot to get down to my birth year.
Right? right?
I was like, four scrolls. I'm getting a little bit uncomfortable. 4 scrolls. 2012. How many more scrolls do I need?
7 years ago.
Oh no.
No, dude. Like,
Maybe I'm just too old to play this game. Maybe this is what the game is telling me. There's just like, if you're over 4 scrolls, you shouldn't be playing this game.
Whoa. I remember a time when like games required you to be older than certain to play it, and that's how you knew they were good.
I understand that, but I like the sections where I can just type in the year and not have to scroll. Because I'm with Johnny. It bothers me when I'm like 4 pages in. I'm like, nope. Come on, seriously? Oh shit!
Like what worries me is that if they were to make a remake of Back to the Future, I'm at the right age where they could possibly land back in my year. Like if they were to do a reboot of Back to the Future now.
It's the power of love.
It wouldn't be the power of love though. It'd be fucking, what am I, in the 80s? So it'd be fucking Shakin' Stevens, fucking Got Me at the Green Door, and then maybe 7 years later we could crack a bit of Nirvana in there.
Oh, that's okay, dude. I tripped over a fucking TikTok where it was a dad and daughter. You know, he's like, they showed their ages, and he's like introducing her to music. And it wasn't until I looked at his age and I was like, oh, fuck me. All right, cool. Because it was that long ago, and I'm like, I know every word of that song.
I was there when they wrote
years ago. Cool.
Gentlemen,
cool.
hang on. Hold up. Before you go bitching and whinging about how old you are, I want you to take a moment to appreciate
I'm not. You're older than me, old man.
Take a moment to appreciate something few people. Take a moment to appreciate something few people in existence can do except us, and that is this: we have been alive for 2 centuries, 4 decades, and 2 millenniums.
I have not been alive for 4 decades.
And how is that supposed to make you feel?
I didn't want to be that guy, but thank you, Buzz.
How many other people can say that they were alive not only for the turn of a century, for all those decades, but also a fucking millennium itself? That's happened, what, twice again?
Okay, so I'm old and...
You also get to say you were alive when Tamagotchis were.
That's like, way more impressive than millennium.
Much like...
They were a pet that you kept in a keyring. How does it happen?
We have literally seen the dawn of the digital age from analog. We've seen the starting steps.
I get it, but you're like, hey, congratulations, you watched the fucking wheel get invented. Like, I don't feel like that's a pat on the back.
Hikage has replied with, and I think it's the most appropriate line ever, which is just, we can imagine stuff.
Are you telling me that you wouldn't like to be able to like go back in time and speak to somebody who was around when something monumental or historic happened, like the dawning of the current digital age that we have?
If I could travel through time, am I going to talk to someone who was at a thing when I can just go to the thing myself? I've got a fucking time machine.
I agree. Like, I get what you're saying.
I traveled back to I traveled back to the start of World War I and got young Mary, who was there when the bombers flew over, to fucking tell me about what it was like. Or I can just travel back and be like, "Hey, Hitler, what are we doing?"
Because quantum mechanics dictates
maybe
if
you just stick with the painting, man. If you just stick with the painting. Every artist is unappreciated and ununderstandable at one stage or another. If you just stick with the painting, bro, and just move on, we could have a really nice fucking painting.
Except that you can't travel along to your own timeline. You'd only ever be going to alternate timelines. Therefore, you cannot guarantee that you would be speaking to somebody that saw the event the way that your current timeline saw it. If you can communicate back along a timeline, that's different. You do not risk traveling to other realities. You do not risk yourself altering things to the point that you completely obfuscate the interaction that you're trying to learn about in the first place.
Okay, but even if I am going back to an alternate timeline version of something, I'd still rather just go back to the alternate timeline version of the thing that happened, opposed to having some dude from the alternate timeline tell me what happened.
It could be completely different.
First-hand reconnaissance is way more important than third-hand possible info.
Except the first-hand reconnaissance may be flawed because it might not be predicated. If it's a major event...
How is it flawed? I'm there.
If it's a major event, the whole fucking timeline could revolve
with my own
then it's
2
a
eye
different version of
holes.
it. Yeah,
this is what happened
there,
because I saw
something completely different.
And I had one of my alternate dimension video cameras with me, so I've got video evidence.
And your very presence has
If I
then
had a
disrupted the
time
entire
machine,
thing.
What?
Also,
I'd go back to last week.
Hey, Bree, welcome to the Chisnits. How art they?
I had a really good roast beef sandwich last week, and that's what I would use my time machine for. Go back and relive that roast beef sandwich.
Can I take this, please?
Oh, wow.
Can I take this?
Have at me. Have
Sure.
at me.
Why don't you,
Sure.
and I'm just going to throw it out there, make another fucking roast beef sandwich?
Because I have a time machine. Why would I do that?
You
Okay,
are
If you go back in time
You
to
just
where,
used Homer
A,
Simpson
if you
logic.
go back in time to that fucking sandwich, you're going to meet yourself and the whole world is just going to fucking implode. B, and more importantly, if you go back, you're already eating the sandwich. You're not going to get to relive the sandwich. Current you is going to get the sandwich. You're just sitting there watching you eat a sandwich.
I would steal it from myself.
You could steal it from myself and never had the roast beef, but now currently have the roast beef. And this is why I don't like a lot of those time
Semantics.
travel movies that we have nowadays.
Do you not think
Oh my
that
God.
that's rather overboard for a roast beef sandwich? Just make another fucking sandwich.
Okay.
Well, no, you haven't been shopping at local stores here. I cannot be guaranteed if that sandwich is going to be there because the supply shortages. Goddammit.
And in defense, like say I go to Arby's. Roast
What-
beef that I had Monday is not the same or as good. Like sometimes they just do some fuckery.
Can I ask
and it's
you-
not as
can I-
good as Monday.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What was in
Yes.
your roast beef sandwich?
I don't know. I was just a joke. I did not have a roast beef sandwich last week. I was just
I
trying
can
to be
actually
funny.
argue this. Sometimes roast beef
You,
is just not
you should know if you're going to
same.
do a funny gag based in real
No,
world.
I
there's a
fucking-
you should make sure
I
that it's
love
real
it.
because there's a
I
good
love-
chance
I
one of
love-
us will take the joke too far.
Oh, no,
I
no.
didn't.
I
I didn't
fucking
care
got
about the bit
this.
anymore. I gave
I've
up.
ordered a fucking Arby's sandwich from the same place, and it did like undercooked, overcooked. They don't do shit by the book.
I was
Buy
gonna.
bread.
I was gonna
buy
throw some
roast
plot
beef.
from Back to the Future.
Cook
in,
the roast
but I
beef.
didn't really.
Constant, perfect sandwich. Just make it yourself.
I can't even fucking do a constant perfect sandwich, dude. That's
I
why I
can.
ordered from places.
Arby's also has curly fries.
Yes, they
You can't
fucking
make
do, bro.
curly fries. Oh, you
Yes, they
could.
do.
So anyway, much
Sorry,
like the film
did
we're
you-
trying to review,
sorry,
this conversation
sorry,
has turned into
sorry,
complete
sorry,
another
sorry,
unending.
sorry,
I'm
sorry,
just saying,
sorry,
dude.
sorry. Did you
Come at me
just
if you
say
want. I'm just
you
saying.
can't make curly fries?
Not the way they
Yeah,
do.
no. Like I can get a bag of curly fries. I can cook a bag of curly fries.
You can
they are
make
not the same curly fries.
from scratch.
No,
From the original
no.
round potato that was there. Believe me, you're talking to a man that comes from the land of spuds.
No,
you
no.
can make
sorry.
curly
Now,
fries.
No, dude, I'm not that motherfucker from Hell's Kitchen. I don't make curly fries.
Watch fucking late night
What the
television. There's
fuck?
literally a doodad. You just go plump into the fucking potato and just go "Rah," curly fries.
Dude, the guy you see before you is not a fucking chef. All right.
You
I
don't need to be a
make
chef. You just
curly-
need to know how to push something into a potato.
No.
They also sell Arby's curly fries at the store in the freezer section.
I'll tell you
just
what we're
put 'em
going to
on
do.
a
We're
tray.
going to hit the trailer for Mimicry Freaks while myself and the lads discuss this Arby's situation because my mind is fucking blown right now. I'll tell you that straight out.
Yeah, that's how I was watching this movie.
You've blown my mind more than the fucking movie did.
Well, you.
あのこんな山奥に式場とかあるんですか？もうすぐのはずなんですけど。
And we're back. That was the trailer for Mimicry Freaks.
It would have been awesome if I actually had a roast beef sandwich in my hand and be like, yeah, like I'm back from my time machine. Like, here's a roast beef sandwich. But then
I'd feel better if you did that, because then at least you would have eaten a roast beef sandwich, opposed to wasting 20 minutes of my time talking about an imaginary roast beef sandwich, evidently.
Hi, Charlie.
I
Welcome to the
have
show.
a frozen one.
Hi,
in the
Charlie.
freezer.
What's going on? How are you?
You cannot
Welcome to the
have
Chiznets.
You cannot have a frozen roast beef sandwich, dude. Like that's.
I can. It's literally in my freezer.
But the
right now,
bread
so
would be
I
rotten.
accomplished.
Thank you. My mom.
No wonder
used to
does
do
that.
Yeah,
So does
my
mine.
mom
It's
was
like, why?
My mom would
Why?
buy like 2 or 3 loaves of bread from the store and be like, "Hey, we can just throw that in the freezer." And I'm like, "No, Mom, please don't do this to me."
No, this
Please
was.
don't.
This is like
What I always wanted:
Me trying to catch
frozen,
a moth.
soggy bread.
Right.
Yeah.
it's actually not. No, it's actually how they sell it.
Bread.
It's one of the ones you go down the appetizer section and they have like frozen roast beef
Yeah,
sandwiches.
like that's why I don't do it.
No,
Bread is
no,
Like on a
not
stick,
frozen.
like you lick it,
No,
like a
Buzz,
beef
I think
stick.
you mean the word you meant to say there was refrigerated, not frozen. There's a distinct difference.
They're in the fucking freezer with ice. So yes, I do mean frozen.
He does.
That
We
shop
do,
has
like,
an issue.
No, like he's right. We do sell like
They're mass
we
produced.
sell like frozen hamburgers. Like I don't get them because like bread should not be
Yeah.
frozen. But we do sell like full on sandwiches in the freezer. I just like the bread tastes weird after the freezer.
Yeah,
I
because
can't
it's being
fucking do
stored
it.
wrong.
Yeah,
Should be in a fucking fridge, not
Yeah.
a freezer.
Should be in a
Jesus H.
right.
Tap dancing
fucking
Christ.
bread bins.
It's the same with those
See,
frozen burgers.
I'm more-
like those burgers you're talking about. I've seen them as well in fridges, not freezers.
No, these are freezers. Because like you can get a box of
Yeah, you
eggs
got to remember their
and like pull
temperature is
one
a
out
lot
each-
hotter than Ireland.
It doesn't matter.
see-
The temperature of bread is the fucking same.
That's not true.
I'm the same way though. Like my bread sits on a shelf on my bread rack. Like I just make sandwich, move on. I don't freeze it. I don't refrigerate it. It's bread.
Well, I don't do that either. I just buy it from the
We
store.
haven't had an old sidetrack into
pre-frozen.
just food conversations in a long time. It's been a while.
So Mimicry Freaks was a fun
Oh,
trip, and so
my-
is this conversation.
Ah, damn it! I was trying to do my
God, this
best.
movie was fucking awesome.
Right,
Like I
I'm
said-
giving it a
Are
4.
we gonna start over again?
Just get
4.
this ball rolling. 4 for Giz,
Fucking
So, like,
4, dude.
4 for
Four. This
Buzz,
was just so
or
much fun.
for Carter and Buzz.
I give it a 2 because obviously I didn't watch the right movie. So certain characters weren't what I thought they were. I didn't understand the first 30 seconds because I didn't know
To
subtitles.
be fair, there
weren't
wasn't a lot
popping
said
up,
in the
so
first 30
It was
seconds.
mostly him just screaming at the kid, telling him to go fuck himself, basically.
Right.
Which you got from the
Yeah,
movies.
the one plus side in this movie, and I said it earlier, sweet sinking hole or quicksand kill. That was pretty cool. I mean, people's intestines get used for ropes. That was kind of cool. There's a guy running around in the woods with a mask on.
And
Very,
I liked that whole Predator
Friday the 13th
story thing. Like I thought that was cool.
I thought it was just,
Yeah.
I thought it was visually superb.
Yes.
Like there's some crazy imagery in there that tells the story, but also just fucks you right in the eye holes. Very, very heavily practical effects driven, and it's great.
Sorry, Hikagi's just broken. The wall. She is on. No. You know it's big gate. You fucking little genius.
That is amazing. It's time to commit war crimes.
No, my eye holes needed a fucking cigarette after this fucking movie, dude. It's
Oh,
awesome.
God.
But to burn them? So
No,
that you
'cause it
won't
fucked
watch
him.
again? Yes,
No,
yes.
because
Yep.
it just got fucked by it in the good way.
Yeah.
Real good.
Oh,
So it's a
Yes.
3.5 for the GoreCast. For Mimicry Freaks. Yeah. It's been an interesting night, kids, hasn't it?
Oh yes, it has.
I did have it advertised at Sidetrack
definitely-
Thursday, so I feel we're better. I feel we're better
People are
for
better
it.
warned.
Yeah, well, it means it's more of a...
Well, I feel like this episode's on par with the movies that we watch because certain.
Oh, I don't think that's fair. None of the movies lied to me, Buzz.
What? Well, lied to me because I thought one of the freaking
No, you can't read subtitles, Buzz.
people was
Yeah,
not
that's
who
not
I
a
thought.
movie lying to you. That's you not picking up on information.
Reading the subtitles.
No, it lied to me. I have my reasons.
Because it's just I just out of all four of us
Actually,
and all of the actors in the
whoa,
movies, only
whoa.
one person directly lied to me tonight,
Actually,
and it
technically,
hurt my feelings.
Buzz might have a point about mimic cries, but that's intentional lying so that we get drawn into the story.
I'm sure that's not what I meant, but sure. You grasp it. Whatever straws you want to grasp at.
Not grasping it's
So, back to the
I want
sandwich.
to roast.
What the
Funny
shit?
enough, I was just funny enough. I was just thinking like, fuck. Now I want a roast beef sandwich. I think all the.
I got some in the freezer.
Anyway, if
And
you're
Philly
new to the
cheesesteaks,
channel
too.
or you're watching us on the Rewatcher and Rewind and you haven't been here before, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below, as we are trying to get to the magical number of 1,000, where we will be declared one of the overlords of YouTube and be allowed to partake in the special practices that they do at night.
Did you get possessed by the same demon from?
No, because no
Exorcist
man has
Vengeance?
walked up behind me and shot me in the back of the head yet.
I can't tell because I can't see you on camera, so I might have happened. I just don't know.
feel like you would've
Oh,
worked
the mystery! Who knows?
could have been silenced.
Yes. Oh yeah, I have to queue up a doodad. Oh, that also
Ooh.
explains why the
Oh shit!
what's so shit? You
Oh,
forgot-
I just looked down the stream and saw a order this DVD at this link thing.
Yeah, because it's that's why I was telling you. I was like, I'm pretty sure you can get a physical copy of it.
Huh.
Repeatedly, I might add.
Fucking done. No, like you were like, hey, I think you can. I think you can.
I
I'm
said
like, cool,
no. I think
you
you'll
can.
find my exact words were it's on Amazon. I'm pretty sure there's a physical copy.
Oh, I thought you meant Amazon like stream, and I was like, no, dude, I want a physical.
No, it's on. I think it is on
What's it
Amazon
is?
Stream, not as in like you have to buy or rent, but when you are buying or renting them, there's normally a physical copy as well
Oh, okay.
option.
I don't rent from Amazon, so like I didn't realize that.
No, did
I'm
I?
fucking doing that now.
Well,
though.
occasionally,
Okay.
rarely. Yeah, as I said, if you're new to the stream and you're watching it on the Rewind, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below. Also, I'm going to be back tomorrow night doing some sort of gaming or editing, one or the other. It'll depend. Or a combination of both, because I have all of those things to do, which should be here or possibly Twitch. I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about the games on the channel, actually. So if anyone wants to give me feedback, let me know.
I like watching you guys when you game.
Oh, yeah, I know. But I mean, did people prefer when I kept the gaming on the Twitch and we just did our one game on a Sunday? Or did people prefer where everything's on YouTube? So that's what I meant. But I will be back doing some game stream or editing stream tomorrow night because I have an abundance of both to do. And then it's our standard party arty weekends where Gids is going to be doing some cartoons over in Discord on Saturday morning to keep you up to date with all of the things that happened in 80s. Not He-Man for some reason. Hashtag
I'll
grudge.
get there. I might actually, this week might be rerunning a couple episodes from last week for some shows just so I can get everything on the same thing because I'm going to melt my brain trying to keep track otherwise.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's cool. Also, yeah, loads of gaming going on. And other than that, we are back Sunday with our live stream where we feathers, frolics, and mayhem as we all do a bit of goose duck.
Oh, I need to tell you something about that. off
Okie
camera.
dokie. And I thought you were doing a Christopher Walken there for a moment. Oh! And also, we are on American Horrors this Sunday, 8:30 p.m. CST, whatever that equates to is GMTs, where we're going to be doing a pre-Valentine's Day special where myself and the boys... Oh, there's so much Valentine's deadliness going on. Myself and Giz talk about some of the deadliest women in horror. Buzz and the lads from the video store, as in Buzz and Carter, tried to make a staff picks video, and it doesn't go too well. And Giz goes on a dating show with some of the other GC Universe people.
Yeah.
So much fun.
It's so much fun. So don't forget to go over there. Here's a little promo of Giz with no top on and me with no pants on.
Hang on.
We'll catch you all during the week. Where we'll be talking about some other sort of mad horror bollocks. GoreCast out, fuckers. Bye.
Bye.
What the hell are you doing?
Jesus fuck, man, how long have you been here?
Literally the whole time. You just walked in while I was taking a shit and started having a shower. It was really weird.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. I'm going on this, dating game show thingy for Valentine's Day. I figured,
like a TV dating game show?
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking insane.
They let you on a TV dating game show?
I don't know if let's the word I choose, but yeah, pretty much.
Huh. This gives me a good idea for an episode.
God, Jesus!
Oh, sorry. Join us up to the Giz this Sunday, 8:30 p.m. CST, and whatever that equates to is GMT's Only on American Horrors for a Valentine's Day special where we talk about some of the deadliest women in horror and have a whole bunch of Valentine's horror-related sketches all in store for you, 8:30 p.m. CST, and whatever that equates to is GMT's Only on American Horrors.
You know, this is like the second one we've done of these where you're not wearing pants, right?